Hi guys, welcome to episode 5 of series 2 of MicroBuilds. Today we are going to build in this little outdoor kiosk sushi bar kind of thing. I thought I'd do a full little cube build for everybody, just so that they can pop this down in marketplaces and things like that, or use it as shop front decorations and things like that if you're building a little town and stuff. So here we go. This is sushi bar. Oh, hey up. Looks like we've got bugs again. There's some awesome bugs on this planet actually. Picked one up as a companion. But right, here we go. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be using this glass tunnel today, which is an underwater part, so there is going to be a wire glitch in it, which I'll show you how to do. But for now, what we want to do is we want to grab these two of the tentacle guys that you can pick up if you go to the guy in the space station, and you can buy them off him for tainted metal, I think, or you can get it from the anomaly, I'm pretty sure. But we want to use two of these guys on this line. And then what we want to do is we want to go over and grab our glass tube. Now we're not going to be able to place it because it's supposed to be underwater. So what we want to do is we want to go into our wire mode, and then once we're in our wire mode, you'll see that you can change the direction of the way that this wire's facing. You want it facing the opposite way to that line, so vertical as you're looking at it. And then if you press triangle and R2 together, or whatever your corresponding buttons are, you'll be able to glitch it in like that, and it'll glitch in over those guys. Now have a mess about with the wire. Obviously, like, you can move the wire about if you want to, see where you can place it, and that's the way you line it up for when you want to pop it in places. So what we do next is we grab two of these benches and we want to put them in here. So put one in the middle, we want of these. So we want one in the middle. We want to come just on the wire. The white dot that you use to place is sort of just on the wire, the red wire that you see in front of it. So pop that down there, and then we want to move across until it goes green stated. Try and line it up with the very last of the container rings. Right, you can see it there. So once we've done that, we need to grab some computer screens, and we want the one in the middle to sit on the benches. And it can be a bit fiddly, this bit. You can get it right though if you just angle it and then just twist it round. This one wants to sit on the bench, and then we'll grab two of these. We'll use orange ones this time, and we'll put these on the actual tube itself. You see the way the orientation changes? So yeah, we'll pop them on the sides like that, and then that'll do for that. Now what we want to do next is we want to come round the back, and we're going to be putting some bubble tubes in, and we're going to put some bubble vats in, just to make it look like this is sort of like the oxygenation unit that's keeping the animals alive, ready to be eaten. So here we go. We'll shrink this down, maybe a little bit more. It's a bit of eye work, this bit. You want it to be about that size, which I reckon is about half the size that it normally is, maybe just a bit under. So place them three like this, just clipping into each other, and they'll line up perfect behind the tank. Now you can mess about with this bubble pipe here. What we want to be doing is we want to be doing it so that it goes over the sides. Now look at the arrow, look at the cross hatching on it, and try and line the cross hatching up with the L and R1, so that it's sort of lined up perfectly with the bubble vat like that, straight in a line. And then that way, when you build these two off it, they're going to be pointing the right way. Now they're a little off. I'm just doing it for the rush of the video, but as you can see, but you can spend a little bit of time just lining all that up. So once you've popped all them in, that's that bit done. And as you can see, you've got your tank with all of your seafood that you're going to be eating. You've got your bubbles going in the background, gives it a bit of animation behind it as well for when we built the shop. Looks pretty cool. Now, because we've chosen black for those benches and we haven't changed the colour set, these walls are going to be black. Now that is the thing you can do. You can find something that's got a colour change. You can change it to whatever colour you want. And then if you don't come out of the build menu and you go into pick up your walls, it'll be whatever colour you want, instead of just the standard set of walls, the wall colours that you get. So you can do this bit whatever colour you want. I kept it black just for the sake of it. But as you can see, what I've done is I've lined up one at the back, and then I've free placed that, and then all I've done is clip the other two in at the sides. So what we're going to do now is we're going to grab these ornate tables here, these golden counters, and we're just going to line it up in the middle with using that screen, and then it wants to sit, sort of, you're going to have to use your eye, but it wants to sit just about in front of where those two walls come out. Now if you grab the side bits like this, the golden counter corners, now they'll clip in nicely, and that'll create the place where people are going to sit and eat the chow. So we'll just grab some of these small alloy walls. We'll put 4 in round the top just to raise the roof up a little bit so that nothing shrinks, so that it's not sitting too far down the roof. Now you can just leave it at this. You can just place a flat bottom on it like this if you want to. That's what I did on the other one. It will affect the signage that you have at the front. As you saw, the signage, the other one was a lot smaller. But don't be afraid to grab whatever top you want to put on it. I'm going to put a little sail one on this one. But yeah, grab whatever you want and put on that. That's up to you. So once we've done that, we need to come down here and we need to grab this small furnace, which we're going to spin round so that it's facing the inside. We're going to shrink it right down, not all the way down, just about the size of the counter like that. And then we're going to come over here, we're going to grab a couple of teapots, pop them down by the side, and then we want to head over and grab another one of our wall screens. We'll use the green one this time. So just angle yourself inside like this, and as you can see, it'll sit on the front of there. So just shrink that down until it sits nicely like that, and then you go and grab, is it in? Yep. Right, so once you've done that, you go and grab your tech panel and just sort of spin this around to angle it right. You might have to adjust it as you go down, because as you shrink it changes angle. But yeah, shrink it down so that it sits like that, and then just angle it in front, and that's going to be your till. So once we've done that, grab 3 plates. As you can see, when you try to put them over them circles, they'll shine through, which we don't want. So we'll just angle them so that they'll sit on top, and then come over to your green bits and all your shrubbery and all that, and then we'll use the trick that we use to angle things, and we'll shrink this mushroom right down to the smallest it'll go, and we'll place 1 on each plate. Yeah, 1 on there, that'll do. You can change these colours now to whatever you want them to be. They don't have to be this colour, I'm just doing it for the sake of the video. It's good if you change them to red and white, they look pretty cool actually. So I'll grab these creepers, and then you can shrink these down all the way again. Like you say, look, we're using our rotational trick that we know by now. And then we shrink these down. These are going to act as your greens. You don't have to go into this level of detail if you don't want, but it adds to the look of it. I think it looks really good. It was actually somebody else's build I saw this on. It was a recent one that me and Boid went to actually. There is a video on the channel. It was the treetop place that we went to. He did this. This was pretty cool. So yeah, nabbed it off him, so cheers mate. And there you go, we'll pop the last one in. And then we've got these gourds as well. These like orange pulsate things. We can shrink these down, and they kind of sort of look a little bit like sushi rolls, I suppose, in a way. You can sort of like trick your imagination a bit, can't you? So put them on there. That's 3 nice big fat dinners that we've served up for customers. We've got our till on. We've got all our background done. So all we need to do now is do a bit of shop fronting, really. So let's just pop in here. We'll grab 2 of these globes, and we'll pop them on either side. That just adds a nice bit of ambient lighting actually, instead of you having to use loads of lights and stuff to light it. It sort of like glints off the right areas, if you know what I mean. Highlights the right surfaces. We'll pop 3 cups in, and then we'll just pop a couple of wall lights in just on the ceiling underneath, and then that'll give us a bit of downlight. Like you say, we don't need to light this up with actual electric lights. We can just get away with using the ones that they've got, and it kind of makes the surfaces a little bit more reflective, so you can see the tank a little bit better as well, because sometimes in the right position that tank looks like it's see-through, but it just helps show that there's glass there. So what we want to do next is grab the illuminated sign and come up to the top, and we're going to pop this down like this. Once that's in, we can go back and we can grab our wall lights, and we're going to be designing the posters that you can see, which will be the menu boards. So we'll spin these round. Like I say, we're going to do these a bit different to the one that over there. The one over there, we just kept them horizontal, and then we just shrank our posters down. But on this one, we've got a bit more room to play with because of the raised roof. So what we'll do is 2 at the edge, 1 in the middle, and then that makes it easier to work out your spacing between them. So we'll have 5 in total, which means we can have 5 big notice boards on here instead of having, like, I think we've got 2, 4, so yeah, we've got 8 on the other one. So we'll use the pickle. You can use whatever poster you want in this bit. Whatever posters you've got will do as well. I just think it's cool to use the pickle because it's a food stall, isn't it? And then I've got this one down here that obviously has what looks like a sweet treat on it, which kind of looks like sushi in a way. so we'll use that one. We'll pop that one in there. I'm just rushing these sizes in. You can take your time with this and make sure that you get them exactly perfectly right. I like to use wall lights like this because I think it helps the posters stand out a bit. Sometimes posters can shrink in to whatever you try to place them on. This stops you having to place 4 or 5 posters. And there you go. We'll just use the fish for sushi in the middle like that. Bit wonky, but it's alright. Don't worry. You can take time. I just didn't want to spend all the time on the video trying to get them posters right. So we'll come back to the illuminated sign and we'll just use our ability to spin it round. And what we're going to do is we're just going to place it in either side like that, and that's just going to hide the gap and just sort of like give a little bit more of a sort of like Chinatown feel to it. You know what I mean? Like a street, like a ethnic street sort of feel to it. I love those kind of markets. You know the ones I mean, where you go and it's all illuminated signs and everything, just like there's advertising everywhere and things like that. This would go well if you're doing like a cyberpunk city or something like that, or you wanted to put a bit of life into your city or something. You could build a little booth like this, and you can actually get your character inside that booth, so you could even be the one that's serving. So just to finish it off, even though you're not really going to see it much, what we'll do is we'll just come down here and we'll grab a couple of these composter things and we'll put them in at the back, and they could be our trash cans. There we go. So yeah, there you go. There's your little sushi bar. Stick that in any city builds that you want to do or anything like that. But yeah, it's a fun little build, that one. Obviously you can play around with it, design it however you want to. If you've done the new mission and you've got the little calves as well that you can place instead of those, you can use those. And they look pretty cool. But for now, that's been episode 5. Thank you very much everybody for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this one. We'll see you in episode 6. But please like and subscribe if you've enjoyed. And we will see you all soon. Take care of yourselves. Goodbye.
Hi guys, if you enjoyed this video and you want to show us some support, please consider hitting the like and the subscribe button, and then you can keep up to date with what's going on the channel in the future. If you want, you can hit up the button and become a member as well. We also have links to our Discord and our Patreon and a merch stall down below in the description if you want to check that out. But thank you all very much for the support so far. You keep watching them, we'll keep making them. Goodbye.